striker on board, the Joe Mason deal finally over the line?
Yes, really good news for us. I make no secret that I tried to sign Joe a few times, and this time it's come off. Good young player, very exciting for the crowd. I think he'll be good as long as it's on the short-term loan, but hopefully we'll see the positive signs that I've seen over the years.
Obviously, loan deadline day, any chances of just run us through any comings and goings, any potential for you?
Yeah, it's the difficult one, because to give you the insight to it, what happens is, because it's not a January transfer or a summer one, there's not a lot of money around, so it's really just trade-offs. It's one player for another, and we are waiting on one other player, but the parent club that he's at, their manager's waiting for a player to come in before he can let somebody out, so that's where we are right now. So it's difficult, we're trading, ins and outs, but I feel that we've got a good squad. I feel that we've got now a fit squad and a fully healthy squad, so even if I don't add anybody in, Joe Mason's a very good signing for us.
Let's put to bed the rumours surrounding David Wheater and Craig Davis.
Yeah, Craig Davis is a strange one. Craig Davis, Wolves had called up about Craig Davis, and I was interested in letting them go for a month only, because I think he needs some games. He said a stop-start season, I think that would have been, a couple of games would have been good for him. But in the 11th hour, Wolves decided they're going after somebody else, so that's what happens. So that's a non-goer with Craig Davis. And David Wheater, there was no inquiry of such. I spoke to Doncaster, Paul Dick, of a very good friend, and he'd mentioned David, as he did a few players, and I just felt David really just probably needs more training. I think he needs to be exposed to the training day in, day out, of the intensity that's required under my leadership, and I think David knows that as well. So until he's fully up to speed at the intensity it's required, then we he ain't going to go anywhere unknown. He's going to be available for myself.
You've got a number of players returning to full first team training. Josh Vella, Mark Davis.
Yes, Josh Vella's come back, good for a young kid. We made a difficult decision, when we were having a tough time. I stuck by my principles of getting Josh right, in terms of on the training ground, and he's getting his knee sorted out. So he's, as I say, it's difficult to make these decisions when you're trying to get some results. But him and Mark Davis have been, fantastic, treatment I've been having from Mark Lair and his medical team. Steve done a great job of him, and now you're looking at Josh Vella and Mark Davis in full training, doing very well. Which will play in the reserve game next week, to see how they are in terms of against opposition. So our squad's starting to look nice and strong. We're getting a couple of results, but the real reason we're getting results is because of the squad and because of people like Zach Knight and Chris Eagles and people like that who are backing up the squad in a good way. They're not whinging, they're not moping because they're not the team. They're making sure they're there every day training and training hard and pushing the players that are actually playing the team. So all of a sudden we've created this spirit of a togetherness that we feel that's given us the confidence to go and win some games. Young Robert Hall, he wasn't called upon for a few weeks. I called upon him against Millwall to come in. Wonderful performance from a young player. Finds himself back at the team, but again showed a wonderful attitude which is rubbing off in the players that are in the team. So there's been a good spirit around the place.
8 unbeaten now, suddenly we're going along quite nicely.
We are, but I think there's more to come. There's more to come from the group. I believe that we are starting to grind certain results out, but I think we played well against Millwall at home. I really did look back in the game and I think we played very well, but I still think there's more in the group. I still think there's more. I still think there's more to come from certain individuals as a team. They're working hard for each other, and you've got to give them credit, because from where they were to where they are now, they're starting to gather some momentum, and I strongly believe that in the next 5 or 6 games coming up, we can continue that run.
Sense that amongst the players as well, do they? You can sense they feel there's more to come.
Yeah, I think so. They're a good group. It's starting to come together in terms of their understanding of each other and how each other play. I think I brought 2 or 3 players in the summer, and it didn't quite click for them. So all of a sudden, with 1 or 2 loan players, and it's gelled a bit better. We've been very unfortunate with Mark Tierney getting injured and breaking his leg, which was happening to us at that moment. We were in a bad spell, and a lot was going wrong for us. But the group maintained their standards, and there wasn't no bad talk in the press. There wasn't no bad mouthing each other in the dressing room. They stuck together, and I think now that's gave them that foundation to have, as I say, a spirit that's working towards getting results and can continue to get better.
Just quickly on Middlesbrough, new manager, it's going to be one of those. They're all going to be up for it again. They're all out there with the points.
Yeah, listen, the expectations of the Middlesbrough players will be put upon them because of the new manager, and the expectations from the crowd will be put upon them. But it's going to be difficult for us. They've got good players up there. They're very, very good individual players. So you've got to be careful of them. But I just feel right now the way we are playing and the way we are conducting ourselves on the pitch, we've got an opportunity again to go there and try and win the game.